Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to week number 3 of the After Hours Gaming League. This is your host, JW Schmo. We've got a fantastic matchup here between Raytheon and Apportable. Game 1 went to Apportable's Myopia, and game number 2 went to Raytheon's The Great. And so here we are, tied in game number 3. Let's see who is able to take the lead once again and push forward with the momentum. Getting right into it. In the upper right hand corner playing for Apportable is the blue Zerg is Zardoc. And in the upper left hand corner playing for Raytheon is the red Zerg is Buebz. A little bit of history here. Raytheon has played in season number 3. They took it all the way to the championship game against Yelp and lost in a heartbreaking ace match. In season number 4, they've continued with the same charity that they supported in season number 3 with much pride. And they will be supporting Math Counts. Apportable has decided, like many other companies, to support Child's Play as their charity of choice. And so that means that whoever ends up going into the playoffs to the championship match and winning will be able to donate $5,000, all of the winning purse, to the charity of their choice. Now what we're seeing here is very interesting. Both players almost identical in their gameplay. Buebz, however, spamming his APM off the charts, really going for the stats at this point, but not really getting them ahead too much. Both of them are about even on their production. I would almost say Buebz is just a wee bit behind on that spawning pool. Both of them sending their overlords, again, identically. It's almost like we're watching a mirror image of this game, separated by 2 lonely watchtowers. 2 overlords pass in the night, and this is going to tell both of these opponents where the other one is. They're going to know that no overlord can make it all the way over in that time frame. Zardoc, the first one to lay down his natural. Buebz behind him. It does look like, though, however, Buebz is going to be getting his queen out first.
People turn his face.
Right now they are 1 for 1 on the gas. Oh, now this is interesting. Buebz laying down the Baneling Nest first, and Zardoc going for the metabolic boost. So this is going to signal that Zardoc is most likely going for some sort of early Zergling pressure, and Buebz is going to play the defensive early game with those Banelings. Now the key for Zardoc is going to be him being able to outmaneuver those Banelings, which will most likely be slower when he goes for his initial attack. He's going to have to keep as many of his Zerglings alive, otherwise he'll be dumping a significant amount of his economy into a futile attempt, and that will put Buebz ahead economically into the mid and late game. Both of them fairly evenly economically. However, it does look like Zardoc is a little bit ahead here on the drone count. Interesting enough to see he stopped mining gas, and that's really what it comes down to. This is an all-in here from Zardoc, really going for the Zergling count. Buebz getting this spine crawler up, very good defensive play here. This is going to force Zardoc here into a little bit of an awkward situation. Buebz historically has been bringing 2 queens down here to block the ramp, forcing the Zerglings of the opponent to attack the spine crawler. Very conservative play here by Buebz, utilizing as much of his units for defensive purposes, saw the Zerglings coming across, and now the Zerglings are surrounding the Banelings, and oh! 2 fantastic hits by Buebz. 3 Banelings doing a huge amount of damage. 17 Zerglings go down to 1 for Buebz. And all of a sudden, Buebz is ahead. Not good for Zardoc. The micro didn't happen there, and those Zerglings fell to 3 very well-placed Banelings. Now, I just want to point out here, these Banelings are red, and I just want to say thank you, GameHeart, for doing a fantastic job with that. Alrighty. Doing a little poking here, trying to see what's what. Trying to get a draw on these Banelings. 1 Baneling does go down. That was a little bit of waste for that type of unit. Bit of a sacrifice. Zardoc, good unit distribution. Buebz, just as well. I do not know why. Ooh. What is this? It does look like Zardoc has put a hold command on his unit, and that is going to allow Buebz to pick off a majority of those units. Ooh, bad, bad, bad. Unfortunate for Zardoc, has to get that micro down. Maybe doing too much all at once. Buebz sending a bunch of units, going for the attack, trying to get some of these Zerglings out of position. Looks like he's gonna get it. He's got the surround. Zardoc forced to retreat, and the chase begins across the map. All the way back to Zardoc's natural. He isn't set up though just yet to take on the Zerglings. Buebz pushing, making a case here. He does get through. However, I don't think he's got enough Zerglings here to take out this queen. And more Zerglings pop for Zardoc. Are they going to be? Ooh, that queen barely hanging on. And Buebz decides it's not worth it and gets out of dodge. Now, while this is all happening in the background, it does look like Zardoc is getting his lair tech, and Buebz is still a bit behind in that note, going for the evolution chamber. We do see Zardoc with the Roach Warren. Buebz getting his 3rd expo right there, and going for a Roach Warren as well as the counter. Lair tech is finished up for Zardoc, and what is this? Zardoc is going for the Spire. He's going to send his Zerglings out. This, I can't imagine, is going to be a major attack. This is going to most likely be a little bit of a poke, trying to see what his opponent has. Checking for that 3rd, not finding it. Bit of a useless run here. Just sending Zerglings for a little bit of a stroll. And Buebz, let's see, Buebz in a little bit of a bind here. Does not seem to be reacting to any type of air tech. He's going to be caught thoroughly off guard here very quickly when this Spire pops. This is going to be very devastating for our red player. Not ready in the least. The advantage he has right now is in economics only. He does have his 3rd out already. That means that Zardoc is a little bit behind in that sense. However, it doesn't matter. Zardoc is going to be popping mutas here any second. And it all comes down to this. Zergling's getting sent in by Zardoc. Is he going to be able to hit? He gets 1 hit in. Buebz is going to get 1 hit in. Another one not very effective. It's going to come down to this 3rd one. Oh, Zardoc able to get out just in time. Oh, and these mutas have just popped. This is going to make a huge dent in Buebz' economy if these mutalisks have free reign. Buebz sending in his Zerglings. He is going to see it. He sees the Mutalisks. He knows they're there. And what is he going to do about it? For the moment, nothing apparently. And so these Mutalisks are coming. Ooh, one Spore Crawler goes down. It does look like Buebz is going to lose a couple of his units there. A couple Overlords are going to go down. He might get supply block. Not gonna bet on it though. He is losing them in droves. And here we go, Zardoc with the Mutalisks play right now, going to attack the Spore. The Spore is going to fall almost immediately. The Queen is going to fall. Buebz in a dire position really needs to find a way to take out these Mutalisks. One Mutalisk does go down, and oh, he does get the transfusion on that Spore Crawler. That transfusion is absolutely necessary. And so these Mutalisks still free reign to move around. They can snipe off these Overlords, take off a couple of these Roaches. Really can do some damage here if they want to. Buebz cannot really do much of anything. Spore Crawler is going to be defensive here. And oh, all these Mutalisks have to do is move away. Fly! Fly! No. Zardoc losing all three. And in the meantime, Zergling's in his main base, taking out the drones. Buebz right-click attacking on those drones, trying to take out as much of Zardoc's economy. Now, if we look at units lost, you can see that both sides have a fair number of units lost. Overall, though, Zardoc's significantly behind because of the loss of those Mutalisks, forcing him to rebuild at this point. Not much left he can do at this point other than rebuild.
People turn at the base.
And Buebz has got the infestation pit. He's got the evolution chamber. He doesn't really seem that interested, though, in getting anti-air other than his spores. Zardoc right now not really in a position to attack, though. It'll be interesting to see what he does. It does look like Buebz is going with the infestors. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not committed to an anti-air attack. At any point, Zardoc can build another wave of Mutalisks and send them out and do fantastic amount of damage with the right amount of micro. It does look like he's trying to get his economy stabilized, though, at this point. Buebz is way ahead economically. It is misleading. Right now, the drone counts. Buebz is just ahead. And Zardoc knows that he is going for his fourth, trying to tip the scales in his favor economically. However, if Buebz attacks at any point now, it is going to be hard for Zardoc, excuse me, to counter. No units. It bodeth not welleth. And Buebz is almost supply blocked at the 17-minute mark. I haven't seen Infestor play in a very long time. Here we go. Buebz is off to the races. His roaches are scampering across the vast expanse, taking out those Zerglings without nary a problem. And all of a sudden, they're moving faster because they're on creep. They're on the McCreepsters. Roach is moving. One queen's gonna go down. Another queen's gonna go down. Buebz is completely in control of this map right now. Ooh, and the infestors are laying down some serious hurt on those drones. It does look like these roaches are going to be able to take out this hatchery right here, right now. They do fall. Buebz just letting it happen right now, taking out everything in his path. Zardoc does finish off those, cancels those eggs, and now Buebz is going for the main attack here. It does look like, oh, and the GG. We don't even get to see him go into the main base at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3 goes to Raytheon. It's up to game number 4 for Apportable to get back in this and take it to an ace match where we may see Myopia again. This is JW Schmo from Team Raytheon. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for game number 4.